we're going to talk about spicing up your terrain. So, like, for example, I got these, like, little trees on the side of my map, and I didn't draw these, of course. I'm sure none of you are surprised by that. I got a nice picture from the internet, and I kind of sprinkled a few of them on there. It's not hard, but you might not know how to, like, get a picture from one costume to the next, so I thought I would show you. And in the videos, I started working on this one, and had the great idea. I'd be like, oh, yeah, come on in, Ezra. I got the great idea that I'll make it lava themed. It'll be like lava racing. Like how edgy is that? Like nothing's more dangerous than racing in lava, right? So, but then I was like, well, what am I gonna put on the sides? Like what do you have on the sides of lava? Like just more lava. But I thought, oh, I'll put in some fire, some plumes of red hot fire that are happening. And it's not really important for the game mechanics. Like it doesn't really matter if you have anything in here or not, but it just looks boring. So like I said, we're gonna spice it up with something else. And I got our ninja thing. Now everyone knows on YouTube my kids are dressing up as that. That's okay. So hey, let's go get some fire sprites. And it doesn't matter if it's fire for you. Maybe you're racing through a haunted forest, so you have spooky trees, or you're racing through a desert, so you have camels. I'm not too sure what's gonna be on the side there, but you'll have some cool stuff. So I'm gonna go and search up fire. And I'll show you a technique that will help a lot. Go to images. We'll have images of fire. Oh my gosh, that's a lot of fire. Like, why is that the first thing? Like, it's like Hannibal Lecter or something like with fire. Okay, sure, Google. Your algorithm is weird. But I'm going to add in an extra thing. I'm going to go to Tools. Check this out. I don't know if you've ever done this before. If you click on Tools, you can actually specify, I want pictures that have a transparent background. It's going to make it a lot easier to like pull in pictures you can just copy and paste and sprinkle around your map. So, this is not quite what I'm looking for. These are a little too cartoony, even for me, or they're too realistic. I don't want a big like no fire sign. That's not what I'm going for. So maybe I'll throw in like the word like pixel or something, so like a little more pixelated. Oh, there we go. That's looking okay. Hey, so I might grab something like that. You could grab a variety of them too if you want. Not just the same plume of fire over and over again. But I don't know. They're all pretty cool. I cannot decide. I'll just take the first one. And it's hard to say if this actually is transparent. Like sometimes you'll search for transparent, and you're looking for. Well, that's very nice. I'm not actually going to make this a separate sprite, although you could make them sprites and have them animated. But I am hoping to find one that is truly transparent. And usually you can tell because it has this like checkerboard pattern. It's not always the case though. I found that people are gaming the algorithm and are drawing in a checkerboard pattern to trick you into thinking it's transparent or something. But I like this one so much. I'm just going to go with this one. So I'm going to open it in a new tab. And that means I'll get the full-size picture. It doesn't look like it's going to be transparent. But we might be able to solve that problem. So I'll save this to the desktop or something. And by the way, if you want to keep your images, it doesn't matter. Once you've uploaded it to Scratch, it's there. But if you do want to keep your images around for future, don't save them on your desktop. The desktop gets wiped out periodically, including your downloads folder as well and your pictures folder. That's just something that the computer does from time to time just to free up space. But if you save it to your documents folder, you might even want to make a folder called random pictures. So you can just have those around. If you don't care, though, you don't need this fire picture ever after, then you don't have to save it anywhere in particular. But this is my own computer, so I can save it to the desktop, and nothing will happen except my desktop will get messy. Anybody's desktop so full of like icons, like you don't even know what to do with it anymore? Yeah, that's me. I made folders called like Junk Drawer 1, Junk Drawer 2, where I just dump all my stuff from my desktop. It is terrible. But there it is. Anyways, I'll go to Scratch and I'll upload that picture. And I am going to upload it as a sprite to start with. But it's not going to stay a sprite. So I guess I'll just upload that from the desktop. And yeah, it does have the white background. So let's see if we can get rid of it. I wanted to, when I searched for transparent, I was hoping to avoid this situation. But if you do have this situation, then what you can do is you can use the fill tool and choose this color here. There's a transparent color. It's got the line through it. And then maybe you'll be able to click on it and it'll all just disappear Well, not bad. It's not perfect, but it's fairly reasonable. And I'm not going to worry too much about it. I might give up on this picture though, because that little edge of white around there is kind of annoying. But for this demonstration, I'll just assume it worked beautifully, and we'll just keep moving on so you can see the next step. But if you were unhappy with that, you'd probably go find a different picture and hopefully find one that's the right um, mix for you. So anyways, I got this as a sprite. How do I put it into the backdrop? Because I don't actually want them sort of dynamically placed. I just want to copy and paste them in. So all you need to do is to copy and paste. You can just select this fire. Did you notice I used the selection tool here? And I'm just going to press Command, or I guess Control on a Windows computer, C. That copies. And then if I go over to my lava, I can go Control V, and it'll appear over here. And I can shrink it down to whatever size I want, and I can kind of move them around in my backdrop. And if I want the exact same size, I'll go, oh, I guess I'll Control V again. I might want to shrink it down in the original so I don't have to keep resizing them over and over again. But this way you could have some variety of different sizes and shapes and stuff. So now I can spice it up by putting my plumes of fire, all over the place. So Control C and Control V are great. So you can grab stuff from different sprites, and put them into other backdrops and costumes. I would recommend avoid having it stick out of the bottom. You might think, oh, that'll be cool. It'll look like it's just on the edge, but of course, what's underneath here is that whole nother tile, a whole nother sprite. So you'll just look like it gets cut off. It won't be nice. But you can do that on the edge though, like on the left and right edge, the vertical edges. You can stick that off the edge, and that'll be okay. So that's a nice way to kind of spruce it up. Not really a big deal, but I know some people won't know about the copying pasting technique, so I hope that helps out.